Hey, so today I want to talk to you about a really important topic and one that is relevant to everyone, no matter what your position is, whether you are a leader in an organization or an individual contributor, or you work alone, you're a solopreneur, small business owner. It doesn't matter. If you don't work at all, this topic applies to everyone. And the topic is everyone has influence. I have this shirt on that says everyone has influence, and it's from Global Leadership Summit, which is a annual leadership event that happens in August. That is top notch, great leaders, great speakers, and they always have a theme. And this theme is everyone has influence, and it's a reminder that leadership is not about a position. And in our world today, we often make it about position. And for the longest time, I've had this saying, and that saying is this: leadership is not about you, but it starts with you. Leadership is not about you, but it starts with you. Here's what that means: leaders oftentimes make leadership about them, right? They want to be the center of attention, they want the credit, they think, everything revolves around them. And in reality, true leadership is about others, right? It's about serving, it's about investing in people, it's about bringing out the best in them, it's about doing what's best for the organization and helping it succeed. It's about doing all the things that in many ways go against what the world tells us about leaders and power and authority. It's kind of the antithesis of that. It's taking a different approach, really about serving. At the end of the day, it's really that mindset of being a servant through your leadership. It's not being subservient. It's about serving and having this mindset of, hey, I want to make others better. So leadership isn't about you. True leadership is not about you. It's about others. But it starts with you because you've got to work on yourself. If you are not working on yourself and getting better, you're never going to be a great leader. You're never going to be the leader that you really could be, right? If you were just kind of going through the motions, if you were just existing, if you were just occupying a position, um, you'll never rise to your full potential. So it's a mindset that says, "Hey, I've got to work on myself so that I can be better for others." So that's kind of the backdrop of this idea that everyone has influence. It's the fact that it doesn't matter what your position is. Let's just strip that away and say, "Hey, I don't care if you're the CEO or you're just the admin person. You have influence." Okay. You can lead through your actions, through your work, through how you treat people, and through how you demonstrate this idea of getting better and growing constantly. That's how you can have influence. So I'm going to give you four really quick thoughts on this with that overarching idea setting the table for this. And the first one is, again, just going back to where I started, is you have influence over yourself first. That's where it needs to start. So again, leadership is not about you, but it starts with you. So maybe you're aspiring to lead and you're not in a position right now and you're kind of frustrated by that. Um, or maybe you just haven't progressed professionally to this maybe position or, this level that you desire. Don't be discouraged by that. Remember that you have influence over yourself first. You can influence your daily habits. Show me your daily habits right now. What's your daily habits routine look like? Are you getting better? Are you working on yourself? Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you working on your spiritual side, your mental side, your emotional side, all these different sides of us humans? We have a lot of different sides. So are you working on all these different areas to get better? Do you have a standard that you hold yourself to say, hey, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I want to be. And I've got this standard that I'm constantly moving towards and pursuing and saying, hey, I have this standard of excellence and I know I'm not excellent in these areas. I got to get better. What is your mindset? What are you putting into your mind? Are you putting things into your mind that will bring about positive results? Are you putting negativity into your mind? Okay, so there's a lot of ways you could break this down. But again, the overarching idea, you have influence over yourself first. You can start with you. You can work on yourself. Don't look at anyone else. Look at you. I need to look at me and say, where do I need to get better? And let me start there instead of looking at others and going, oh, I can't believe they're doing this or that, or how did that person get that position? I should have got it, or whatever. No, I'm going to focus on myself and getting better. That's one. Because, well, let me just, before I go to two, just remind you, say you are aspiring to leadership and you want to influence others, but if you can't influence yourself well and do it consistently and positively and to get results, if you can't do that for yourself, it's going to be hard to do that for others. Okay. So just remember that. Okay. Second point, think about your work. Your work speaks for itself, right? That you influence through the work you produce. Is it excellent? Does it demonstrate that you care and that you've put thought and effort into it? Are you consistent? You do those things well. Pursue excellence, show that you care and put thought and effort into your work and deliver consistency that people can count on. That builds trust. People see that and that influences through the work that you produce. Okay. So just remember that even when, maybe you don't think people are watching, people are always watching and they're looking at what you're doing and they're evaluating that. And they're saying, hey, is this someone that is putting their best foot forward? Are they pursuing excellence? Are they delivering results? Are they consistent? Do they care about the work they do? And if the answer is yes, then that is another way that you influence through your work. So don't discount that or underestimate how much influence you can have through the work that you produce. Third point is your interactions. How you interact with other people shapes their experience with you and it shapes their perception of you because at the end of the day, influence is often really felt and experienced in how we treat people. Just think about times that you have been influenced either positively or negatively through your interactions with someone else. Like you were on the receiving end. Maybe you were treated really well, maybe you were treated really poorly, but that had influence, right, over how you experience that other person, now how you view them, and that sticks with you. I know it does me. I can think of interactions right now from a decade ago, if I relive that interaction, it will elicit positive or negative emotions depending on the specific situation. But that influenced me and how I viewed that person. Okay. So don't discount those conversations, those opportunities to encourage someone, to show respect, even when there's disagreement, right? That's okay. We shouldn't agree on everything, but you can still influence that situation and how people perceive you through your interactions, how you treat others, the things you say, the actions you take, the behavior that you exhibit. Those are all key components of this. Okay. So your interactions, every interaction leaves an imprint. Be intentional about that, right? Just remember it could be positive or negative. So just don't discount the value and the importance of interactions with other people. Okay. Fourth point and last point is your influence happens through consistency, right? That's where it really shows up and it multiplies. So back to tying this in really to the work you've done, the interactions, the way you show up for yourself and influence yourself, the consistency over time in those different areas is going to multiply over time. Okay. And there's growth that happens. Again, trust is built because people see the consistency uh, that you have demonstrated over a long time, and that expands your influence. People see, they know what you're about, and you have a track record, and so that influence is growing. Even if, just tying this back to where I started, even if you're not in this big position of authority or leadership, you are still having influence on other people because over time you've been consistent and you've done it day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out, and you just, you're staying consistent. And maybe some days you're like, I don't know, is it accomplishing anything? Yeah, it is. You just may not see it right away. So don't be discouraged. Know that your consistency is multiplying over time. And you continue to do that, you're going to deliver results, you're going to achieve your goals, you're going to impact others. Will you get a uh, maybe a position of leadership? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. I think you have to learn to be okay with that. I think we all do is say, hey, I got to deliver my best where I'm at now and not worry about where I'm not. But if I continue to show up and do the right things and lead myself well, um, demonstrate excellence in my work, have positive interactions with others, and demonstrate consistency over time, I'm going to get to where I want to go. I'm going to achieve those goals long term. So don't be discouraged if you're not quite where you want to be. Just remember that you have influence right now, no matter where you are. It starts with you. Okay. You don't need a title or a position or a bunch of people reporting to you. No, you need to have the right mindset, demonstrate excellence in your work, treat people well, be consistent. Everyone has influence. And remember that leadership, it's not about you, but it starts with you. So go out and start today and take an inventory and say, hey, these are some areas where I need to get better. Focus on those one small step at a time, day in and day out, and you'll get there. All right. So that's my message for you today. I hope it encourages you. And just remember that everyone has influence.